All right, people, what the hell is going on? It is Christmas Day, and this is a Talking Texans that I just did not feel like doing today. I did not. Hold on for a second. Didn't realize how fucking distracted this was gonna be. I can still hear the goddamn post game. Just we don't. No more. No, come on now. Off, motherfucker. Off. No Netflix. I am done with Netflix for the day. God damn it. Yeah, man. Texans just got their ass whooped. Oh, damn, I gotta turn my porch light on. Yeah, they just got their ass whooped. I don't. Look, man. Look, I done sat here. I do these goddamn things almost every week. It ain't shit else to fucking say about the Texans right now. They not. Yeah. Usually, I'm like, you got your young team. You make it to the playoffs. Okay, cool, whatever. Don't be expecting for them to, do shit that they ain't never done before. But goddamn, they getting worse as the season go on. And you know what? You can't blame it on the goddamn personnel. Like people being hurt, shit like that. No. This shit is based on the Texans' favorite goddamn word, execute. And they got executed tonight, I'll tell you that. And the defense hold up for a little bit. Special teams will come through for you a few times. And then the offense just comes out there and take a giant shit on the field. They didn't do shit this game. 31-2. 31-2. That means the offense didn't do a goddamn thing. No field goals, no touchdowns, no nothing. The 2 points we got from the goddamn defense. The defense outscored the fucking offense in this game. And they only scored 2 points. How the fuck you manage that shit? You know what I'm saying? Wasn't nobody expecting for them to win this goddamn game. Me included. It's all in how the fuck you play. And the offense just did not show up today. They didn't. The offense didn't show. They didn't show up today. They didn't. And I'm like, okay, well, motherfuckers is out. Once I actually start watching the game, I'm like, that's not the problem. You be like, the play calling, blah, blah, blah. You ain't gonna never like all the plays that's called. And, once you want to start blaming the motherfucking offensive coordinator, shit like that. Nope. They run the offense they've been running. The offense coordinator got his offense. He's not just going to go out there and run the whole goddamn different offense. But the offense I saw today wasn't about shit because C.J. Stroud ain't about shit. Until he prove otherwise, he ain't shit. You can say what you want. You might get mad if you a Stroud sympathizer and all this other shit. But right now, Stroud ain't shit. He not. I'm watching these goddamn games, and they got to the point where I was like last week, I'm like, okay, I see the problem with the offensive line. Well, shit, if the offensive line is fucking off, everything else after that is not going to flow. And then that shit settled down. And then other shit, you got the play calling. Okay, well, the play calling ain't dookie like it was before. It ain't perfect. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't dookie like it was at first. I'm watching, I'm like, okay, you can't blame the receivers. There's a lot of people out there that that try to blame it. Man, the receivers we got are fine. You throwing the ball, they fucking catch it. For the most part. Don't nobody catch all the balls. You know what I'm saying? But all these the people, the receivers that most of the time I watch these motherfuckers in these podcasts talking about, yeah, we ain't got no production from this guy like Hutchinson. We ain't getting no production from Mechie. You know, and Robert Woods is getting old. Blah 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 blah. You throw them motherfuckers the ball, they fucking catch it. I watch all these goddamn games. The receivers, for the most part, you throwing the goddamn ball, they fucking catch it. That Dalton Schultz, I'm about tired of him, but you know, whatever. Nobody's getting involved in this shit because Stroud, for some reason, is erratic as hell. He is erratic as hell. And I'm trying to make sure that I blame the right goddamn people. I'm like, okay, he threw the ball. The receiver wasn't going to catch that. You know, he threw the ball. The goddamn receiver covered like a motherfucker. The defensive player had a better aim at the ball than the receiver did. You know, he throw the ball to another motherfucker, ball down in the goddamn dirt. I'm like, shit, you want motherfuckers diving face first into the goddamn turf, try to catch the ball every damn time? You know, he throw another pass, goddamn, the motherfucker ain't 7 feet tall. What the fuck is you doing? You know, CJ Stroud missing motherfuckers all over the goddamn place. And that's one of the things where I'm like, okay, you got your quarterback. Everybody is stuck on CJ Stroud. You're not finna go get nobody else. That's your guy or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no problem with that. But you got to call a different offense. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to have CJ Stroud, you have to call a different. You can't run the offense the way you have it. You can't. The way the offensive line is, you can't run the offense the way you've been running it. You know, you just can't. You don't have a mobile quarterback. You don't. You don't. You do not have a mobile quarterback. You got to do what other quarterbacks do around the league that don't fucking have that speed factor in their game. They mean they get the fucking ball out. Blam, blam, blam. Ball the fuck out. Ball the fuck out. That's not what the Texans do. Texans do some shit. CJ will drop back and roll out and have the ball for fucking forever. You know what I'm saying? He ain't finna be avoiding sacks and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Just no. He's not Josh Allen. You know what I'm saying? He ain't Lamar Jackson. He not Lamar Jackson. He ain't none of that shit. You want a quarterback like Stroud, you have to call a different offense. You can't run that offense, drop back, and he got the ball in his hand for 5 goddamn seconds. What happens when the Texans play a goddamn pass first quarterback that ain't got no mobility like they did when they played against Jacksonville? And Mac Jones came, is that Mac? Yeah. Mac Jones came in the game, lit their ass up. Wasn't running nowhere. Lucky they won that game. Came in there and lit their ass up. Bam, 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 bam. The fuck is that noise? You know, that type of shit. You gotta call a different offense. You know what I'm saying? You got all them goddamn plays. Y'all got the goddamn play sheets. You gotta have something. I didn't see the goddamn and I know they make adjustments because I'm like, okay, I didn't see that stupid ass screenplay shit today that they was trying last week. Obviously, they do that, and I watch for shit like that. What have they changed from week to week? The only thing that don't change from week to week is the fact that CJ will drop the fuck back and have the ball for 5-6 goddamn seconds, and ain't nobody throw the goddamn ball to. And it's the same thing. You listen to the announcers and all this other shit, and then if you watch other teams play, it's just shit that you don't see the Texans do. You know, like I said about mesh routes and clear out routes and all this. You don't see that shit with the Texans. You know what I'm saying? If you do, it's rare. It's no 50-50 balls with the Texans. You watch other teams do that shit all the goddamn time. You got your goddamn number one receiver that you can, boom, he one-on-one with somebody. You can throw the ball in his direction. He'll get it. Texans don't do that. They don't. They do not fucking do that. At all. And you got a fucking 6'4" goddamn number one receiver. When the other DBs and the cornerbacks in the league are well shorter than he is, you got a size advantage. There's no 50-50 balls. None. Texans don't do that. There's a lot of shit that Texans don't do on offense that other teams do. And I'm talking about, now I ain't even just talking about good teams. I'm just talking about teams other than the Texans. They all do it. Texans don't. You know, they going to be analyzing the hell out of goddamn offense in the offseason. Ain't shit they can do now. It's not. It's one of those things like, now, it frustrated me because I'm like, okay, they, at the end of the game, you know, because the game was over. Once the fucking fourth quarter started, the game had been over. And they stuck, you know, all the starters and shit was out. And they put fucking Davis Mills in there. And then and proceeded to just run out the clock. You would have got 31-2. You're not for the, but you keep playing. You see what you know what I'm saying? You keep playing. You see what you got. You know, you see what you got. You stuck the guys in the game that don't hardly get no playing time, and then you just you sitting there running and draining the clock like you the one up. This is time you put those guys in the game and see what they gonna do. Nah, you put them in the game and you just run. I mean, if I just go to the ref and be like, yo, we forfeit. You know what I'm saying? Why even at that point? Why even risk injury? You got your backup quarterback in there. Let him get some rest. He got one pass, as far as I can remember. Completed it. Let that man get some reps. You know what I mean? If it's dookie ass junk time, let him get some reps. Let the other players out there get some meaningful reps instead of just running the ball right up the goddamn middle. You know what I'm saying? Risking everybody's knees and shit. Act like you trying to, you know, I don't know, man. That's just me. I'm one of those play to the end motherfuckers. You know, I am. I'm one of those play to the end motherfuckers. I'm just, okay, we gonna put these we gonna take our starters out. We gonna put the backups in. We gonna see what they do. We gonna still play. You know, let those guys get in the game and try to do something while he in there. Instead of just draining the clock like you fucking winning the game. Yeah, I don't know, man. Can't say shit about the goddamn defense because there's only so much you can fucking do. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching the defense and I'm like, okay, I'm here in Houston, so I don't get to see the Ravens play all that much. But for what I can tell, he did what he did to everybody else. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, literally, what he did today is the same shit I've seen him do in a few other games I've seen him play. And generally what you see when you watch the highlights and shit. Same shit. No different. The fuck you expect? You know what I'm saying? You know, what you expect? He do it to everybody. Even when they lose, they get that shit done to them. You know what I'm saying? It's just, okay. The only way to get by that shit is to, you know, be able to have your offense keep him off the field. You can't keep him off the field. Your goddamn offense can't move the ball. The only time the offense was able to move the ball was on some phantom ass pass interception. And when your team get one of those and you like, that's when you know. I'm just like, yeah, that wasn't no pass interference. That was some bullshit. You know, you know what I'm saying? And then they get all the way down there and still nothing. Nothing. And even before the game start, Joe Mixon is getting into it with somebody on the other team. These motherfuckers is out here still in street clothes. And he out there getting into it with the other goddamn motherfucker. What are you doing? What are you doing? You know, I guess he's just one of them. I guess he's just one of those. Bruh, you ain't done shit lately. So, yeah, just yapping and shit, whatever you doing just before the game. No. I think he just one of those people. That's just him, I guess. I don't know. But that shit look real stupid to me. That before the game, so these supposed to be adults out here. You know what I'm saying? Before the game start, you out there jawing and yapping at motherfuckers and getting into it with motherfuckers before the game even start. And I'm just... fuck out of here. And even today, I think they had the new guy, Deontay Johnson. He was inactive. I'm like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Why is he inactive? You could put him in the game. You know, you could put him in. This would be the perfect game to put his ass into. No, offense wasn't doing shit. You could have just put him in there for a couple plays here and there. Because he ain't, it ain't like next Sunday roll around, he gonna be wait a minute, this is Wednesday. Was this the first game of the week? I don't even know. I don't know whether this is the first game of the next week. So this is week 17. This is week 17. You know, he ain't gonna be no more regular. Get him in there, get some reps. Especially like now, you got junk time, shit like that. Yeah, get him some reps. Get him some goddamn game reps. Him sitting on the goddamn sideline ain't helping nothing. He ain't over there studying the goddamn playbook. Motherfucker, get him in the goddamn game. You know, you want to work on their time. This is your practice right here. This is your practice. I would have. It ain't like I said. It ain't like you go start the motherfucker, but you can at least stick his ass in there. Okay, this is a pass play we got. You know, you just, you know, you lining up right here and you running this route. That's it. That man been in the NFL for quite some time now. I'm pretty sure he can pull that off. You running this route. We running the ball. You block such and such. I don't think it's be hard for him to figure that shit out at all. Get him some time in there, even if it's a little bit. You gonna put him in there? What? You gonna play against the Titans? You gonna play against the Titans? The game they probably fucking lose. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they probably end up losing that goddamn game too. They got to go to Tennessee too, so yeah, they probably end up losing that goddamn game. Going to goddamn the playoffs, fucking 500 or whatever the fuck they gonna end up being. I don't know, man. Ain't nothing lining up this season. The only thing that lined up was the fact that the only thing that lined up for the Texans this year is the fact that the division was ass. That's it. That's the only thing that lined up. The division was dookie as hell. That's the only thing that went into the Texans' favor this year. Because they would have lost this game. They would have got their ass whooped this game, whether Tank Dell was there or not. Now, if there was beginning of the season, you know, roster, it might have looked a little bit different. But now, nah. And I'm fully aware of the Texans' shortcomings coming into this goddamn game as far as personnel is concerned. But like I said, that wasn't the issue I saw with the offense. The defense, it's only so much you can fucking do. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to put up points right along with them. You have to. You got to be, you can might shut them down for a little while. They did. But you got to be able to put points up right along with them. Texas can't do that with nobody. You know what I'm saying? They can't do it with nobody. And the defense can only bail you out for so long. You know what I'm saying? You can't expect for the defense to just shut people out. You know what I'm saying? You can't expect for the you come in there with you playing against a fully manned offense. A fully manned offense. Any team. Ain't gonna fucking happen. It ain't like they come like when you play against the Texans where the offense is just not operated properly from the top to the bottom. You know what I'm saying? From the coaching all the way down to the motherfuckers that's got to execute this shit on the goddamn field. It just ain't been done right. You know, and people want to start throwing blame and stuff like that. You know what? After what I saw today, after Stroud had time to do what he needed to do. He did. Offensive line got their problems, but they as far as the state that they in, they gave CJ time enough in the pocket to be able to make the plays he needed to make. And when he did, when they did give him time, CJ didn't make the plays. He throwing the ball all over the goddamn place. He missing receivers and all kind of shit. He fucked around and went down that one play. I was like, just let him be down. You know what I'm saying? At this point, let him be down. Let him just miss the rest of the goddamn game. At this point, we don't need him. You know what I'm saying? We don't. This game is over. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this game is over. Well, at that point, it wasn't. I think it was, I don't know, that was still in the first half. But, just that's why I don't see no silver lining with this shit. You know what I'm saying? It just unless they have some goddamn offensive revelation against Tennessee and whatever playoff game they run into. Unless they have some offensive revelation and that Deontay guy come in here and he's better than expected, which I don't see. I don't see him doing no more than what the receivers we got are doing. You know what I'm saying? I don't see him doing no more. With the way that they calling the offense, it don't even fucking matter, dude. It don't even fucking matter who's out there. Hell, he missing Nico. Like, goddamn, son, that's supposed to be your number one guy. You missed the fuck out of him. Now, you can't connect with him. That's what everybody expecting you to do. It's just, man. Running game ain't there. Mixon can't do shit. It's just, every time that dude get the ball, it ain't no holes to run. Ain't no way to fucking run the ball. And they start trying to run these goddamn these toss plays, which is something that I would probably try to do. But they don't matter when you're trying to run toss plays and your offensive line is just moving lateral and back. There's no forward movement at all. None. There's no forward movement at all. Boom, you got if your line is moving over in this goddamn direction here, the toss is in, but ain't nobody getting pushed back off the goddamn line of scrimmage. It's just he's just gonna run into the wall over there instead of right the fuck here. And then on the short yardage type of plays and shit, I'm steady like this. Stop giving your goddamn ball to your running back in the backfield fucking flat-footed. You know what I'm saying? You back there, you got the running back, you got the quarterback. Back there in the little pistol or shotgun or whatever you want to call it. You get the ball and hand it to him, and then he try to... Ain't no momentum, ain't no nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just... What you expect? You know what I'm saying? By the time he get ready to start taking his second step, it's a motherfucker already back there. In the backfield, waiting on him. Where you going, motherfucker? You ain't going nowhere. Nowhere at all. You ain't no goddamn Barry Sanders. You ain't finna do some weird ass shit. Have motherfuckers on the ground grabbing their ankles and shit. No, he not. He one of those jump cut motherfuckers, which pisses me off sometimes because he be hopping and stop hopping. Move forward. Stop jumping up and goddamn down. Goddamn jump cuts. I mean, how you jump cutting and shit? It ain't no whole lot of you to jump cutting. You just hopping up and down looking like a fucking rabbit for nothing. You ain't faking nobody out back there. Shit, ain't nowhere to run. You either gonna run into the defense or you gonna run into one of your goddamn offensive linemen's ass. That's it. That's what you're fit to do. Enjoy. It's starting to look hopeless, you know, for this season. Because if this is how they played against Baltimore, well, shit, this is a good goddamn chance that's going to be who they playing out in their first round of playoffs. Ain't nothing going to be unchanged by then. Nothing of significance. It's not. It's the same shit. Baltimore going to have to come back down here. And they're going to do the same goddamn thing that they just did. If the Texans call the same game on offense. You know what I'm saying? If the Texans call the same game on offense, you gotta. I mean, you gotta be able to adjust some shit, and I be watching for it. Like I said, I notice little things. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no great football mind, but I do notice little things when I'm watching the goddamn game. Stuff that I'm looking for to see if they are, you know, are actually trying to progress, which I'm pretty sure they are. But if it's just something that I can see. You know what I'm saying? The play calling and shit like that. Play calling ain't bad as it used to be. It ain't no more halfback pass. Ain't no more stupid ass reverses and shit. You know what I'm saying? We ain't seen a bunch of that shit lately. So I'm pretty sure whoever is to get on the coach person ass got on the coach person ass about some of the goddamn play calling that Bobby Slowick was doing. You know, no more fucking halfback passes, no more goddamn reverses, shit like that. And you ain't got to worry about seeing none of that shit now because Tank Dell is out. And that's who they be trying to get the ball to, you know, when they run their little shits. And now, I mean, he ain't playing no goddamn time soon. So what you gonna do now? And whatever they decided they was gonna do seemed like it was gonna work. But it wasn't on the goddamn play caller this time, for the most part. I still don't like them long ass dropbacks and shit. I think your pass game need to be a little bit quicker. And I'm like, if your quarterback gonna be having the ball in his hand 4 or 5 seconds, when he let that bitch go, it need to be down the fucking field. You know, too many goddamn times. You know, CJ got the ball 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This motherfucker still got the ball, and he ended up either having a roll out, throw that bitch out of bounds, or you check it down to a tight end or a back, which at that point, even if you checking it down to a tight end, to a back, should have happened 2 seconds earlier. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't take that goddamn long. They don't take enough shots downfield. You know why? They don't have the receivers for that. Hutchinson ain't that type of receiver. Mechie ain't that type of receiver. You know what I'm saying? It's just that. Even Tank Dell is not that type of receiver. He's not that type of receiver. He's not a 50-50 ball guy. You got one. And Nico Collins. Doesn't never happen. Doesn't never happen. And like I said, I be thinking this shit, and I hear the announcers say the same goddamn thing. And I'm one of those people that be watching these goddamn announcers and all this other shit, and they be talking about your goddamn hometown team, be getting shit wrong and all kind of other shit. Now, when they come to the Texans and start talking about their offense, yeah, they be right on goddamn topic about what they not doing. You know what I'm saying? Because they watch it, I ain't gonna say they watch all the games, but they take in their football every goddamn week. You know what I'm saying? So they get to see what other teams is doing, and they get to see what the Texans is and ain't doing. And when they say the Texans ain't doing some shit, I take their word for it, because a lot of times, that's exactly what the fuck I saw. I saw them not doing that. You know, I was one of those people. They goddamn screen, but they need to start running, get the screenplay and shit. Well, you know what? That's fine. They don't run it right tight. No, not wide receiver screen, motherfucker. No, not them shits. We don't have the personnel for that. We don't have the personnel for that. You think you do. You know what I'm saying? You would think you do, but no, we don't. Because the shit hadn't worked. You know? The only person you got where that shit might work is fucking Nico. Only person you got where most of the shit they be trying to do will work is Nico Collins. That's it. I don't know, man. They gonna get booted out the playoffs in the first goddamn round. Just because of matchups. And unless some weird shit happen and they get matched up with somebody other than Baltimore. Anybody other than Baltimore, they got a fighting chance. You know what I'm saying? They going to get some Chargers, and I think they got a fighting chance. Pittsburgh even. I think they might have a fighting chance. I'm waiting on my goddamn food to come. And who else? I think that's about it. As far as people that might end up facing the Texans. And yeah. Anybody other than Baltimore, they got a fucking fighting chance. Baltimore, no. Baltimore just they even though they record at least at the beginning of this game, there was only like a game apart record wise. It was like 10-5 and 9-6 at the beginning of this game. So, I mean, record wise, because I've seen a few games of the Ravens this year. I know they beatable. Not by the Texans though. If the Texans ain't gonna score no points, they not gonna beat nobody. no matter who the fuck they play, at the whoever, it don't matter who they play. If the offense gonna get shut out like they did tonight, which is what happened, big fat 0, just like what happened to fucking New Orleans. Defense scored them 2 goddamn points, and I'm just like, okay, that's what the defense. That's what we need. That's what we need. And Texas ain't do shit with it. You know what I'm saying? You can't get motherfuckers in field position and just still can't do nothing with it. Get the ball down there on the goddamn fucking 3-yard line or whatever the fuck. You can't even get it in the fucking end zone. And it's simple shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when you watch the Chiefs play. You watch the Chiefs play, and you watch motherfuckers, what's that? Fucking Kelsey. Kelsey don't do shit. You know what I'm saying? Kelsey don't do shit. He run out. You watch all them goddamn plays. He run to the middle of the field and sit there. Unless it's man. And then you just keep running across the goddamn field. That's what you do. I was a tight end. I knew how to do that shit when I was in fucking high school. You're a tight end, you run across the goddamn field, you run to the empty spots. That's what he does. It's not difficult at all. You know what I'm saying? You get this, you get motherfuckers, except for back then when I was playing in high school, we didn't have all that silly ass motion and shit. We had motion, but motion was just motion to me back then. I didn't pay no attention to why we was running motion or why you would run motion. I thought you just want a motherfucker to get from this side of the field to that. I know now why motherfuckers run motion and shit like that. Probably would have been a lot better if I knew that back then. But my deal was the same. Because everybody ran the same fucking offense. It was fucking cover 2 and shit all the goddamn time back when I was in high school. You know where to run. Boom. You know which way the quarterback is rolling out. You know your route. You run to the fucking empty spot. And you sit there. That's what he does. Boom. A lot of times he just runs straight to the middle of the field and sit there and boom, there go the ball. Right there. Boom. No hesitation, no nothing. Texans don't do that. I don't know what the LA tight ends be doing. It seems like everything's a fucking out route. You know what I'm saying? Everything's a fucking out route, and then fucking Dalton Schultz. They need new tight ends. I'm not impressed with Dalton Schultz. Dalton Schultz play like his arms is like fucking a foot and a half or something. I don't know. It just I don't know. I've never been really impressed with Dalton Schultz. I just haven't. It's probably not even his fault. It's probably just a me problem. It is. It's probably just a me problem. I just probably don't like looking at him out there. But I'm just like, because he be looking, When he out there and shit don't go his way, the ball is off or whatever, it just look bad. I don't know. It just does. Man, I don't know. But he gonna be there. He one of those motherfuckers that they paying, so it ain't, he ain't going nowhere. He really not. You can fix that where he not. That's just me talking out my ass, but that's the offense, man. That's the offense. That motherfucker needs to be a sit in the zone type of player. He ain't running away from nobody. He ain't breaking away from nobody. He ain't for the jiggle nobody and no shit like that. He ain't really a fucking, he ain't a jump ball guy. He ain't. He needs to be just like Kelsey, where he's a open spot in the zone guy. That's it. Problem is, that's not the Texans' offense. It's just not. It's not what they do. They don't run their offense like that. Yeah. They need to. I mean, what the fuck are they doing? I mean, they scout motherfuckers, don't they? They scout the teams they play. I'm pretty sure at some point you watch other teams play, you see what the fuck they doing, and you see them doing shit that you don't fucking do. So you, as an offensive coordinator, is just stuck on doing whatever it is that you want to do when the shit ain't working. I saw some shit where it was, because I stopped watching as much of the podcasts and all this other stuff. I stopped watching as much of that stuff as I was, because I hop on here, I run my mouth for an hour about the goddamn Texans after the game, and I got up on they shit, and they say the same shit I done said. Literally. They say the same shit I done said. And probably a bunch of other dumb shit that I probably wouldn't agree with, but still, of the important bullet points and shit, I'm a fucking amateur. I just watch the goddamn games on game day. These motherfuckers be at the goddamn stadium, you know what I'm saying, and all kind of shit. They say the same thing I done said. Same shit. Nothing new. That means there's some consistency there. I mean, like, okay, the Texans ain't doing shit. The stuff I see, okay, well, why don't somebody else said this shit too? I'm like, everybody else see the problem with the Texans offense. Why can't the coaches? Everybody sees the problems. Everybody says the same thing. I say shit. The other talking heads and shit online say the same shit about the offense. What they was talking when somebody brought up them goddamn screens and shit. They kept trying to run that. I started watching the game last week. Motherfuckers kept trying to run the goddamn screen. The announcers were like, they didn't try to run this shit like 3 times already. It ain't working. They need to do something else. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, that's what I've been saying. I've been saying that. The other people been saying that shit too. The Texans screen game is dookie. And then somebody asked Bobby Slovic a question at one of the press conferences about the screens, and he was like, he said something along the lines where they had the best screen game or some shit like that. But like, what? You got the what? But everybody and their mama say you goddamn Texan screen game is the worst. This motherfucker just say, the screen game was good? Bruh, you out there calling the goddamn plays. You seeing what the hell is happening right there in your goddamn face. What the fuck you mean the screen game is good? It's not. It's far from it. Everybody else's screen game is good. Yours is not. If the Texans screen game was good, they'd be the number 2 goddamn seed right now. I'll tell you that. You know what I'm saying? At least 3. If they screen game was any goddamn good, for as many screens as they tried to run, compared to how much of them shits get snubbed behind the goddamn line of scrimmage. No, motherfucker, don't give me that shit. Screen game is ass. I don't know why you can't run a decent goddamn screen. They had one good goddamn screen. They got called back for a goddamn touchdown. So, no, I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear. Screen game, dookie. Intermediate game, dookie. Downfield game is dookie. Every time they get a downfield play, a motherfucker get hurt. I remember there's 2 downfield touchdowns the Texans got this year, and both of their receivers got hurt on the play. Nico Collins, long ass touchdown, 60-something yards. And he just walk off the goddamn field, and the next thing you know, he out for fucking a month and a half or some shit. You know, Tank Dell get a little pass. What was that, 30 yards or whatever the fuck it was? Caught the goddamn ball in his own touchdown. This motherfucker gonna be out for the next goddamn 2 years probably. Fuck this whole goddamn leg up. And those are on outlier plays. We don't get plays like that often. Every time we do, a motherfucker get hurt. I'm like, stop throwing the ball down. We need to throw the ball down there more often. But goddamn, not if motherfuckers you throwing the ball to gonna score a touchdown and then be out for the rest of the goddamn season. Man, that is not the kind of goddamn payback we need on that shit. But it ain't enough of it. There's no threat down there. That's why the Texans can't do nothing. They can't threaten you in the fucking off. They can't, shit. They can't threaten you with the run. There's no threat down the field. And there's not even no mid game. They don't have no yak guy. They don't. Tank Dell was probably supposed to be that, but he wasn't no yak guy either. He a possession receiver just like everybody else. He catch the ball, down. He not a catch the ball and head up the goddamn, nah. Offense ain't set up for that. He probably could be. Offense ain't set up for that. Nico Collins could be. Offense ain't set up for that. That's on the offensive coordinator. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what, he going to have to take that playbook and rip some pages out and watch him some game tape, steal some plays from some other people and stick some more pages in there. You know what I'm saying? Depending on, who the hell they got. Because you just can't be running any goddamn thing. And then you end up, depending on your personnel, you end up right where you at now. Because you can call the offense, for the personnel that you got, which is what they did tonight. But CJ Stroud fucked that up. You know what I'm saying? CJ Stroud fucked that up. Okay, you run the fucking offense for the personnel that you got. Okay. And then CJ Stroud go out there and for some reason can't hit a wide open motherfucker to save his goddamn life. He's still bitching and moaning about Tank Dell, I guess. I don't know. He still ain't dried his face yet. He's still depressed over that shit. It's raining outside. That's it. Anyway, man, it ain't nothing else to go through. Not even next week. Now that I'm thinking about it, this is week 17. So, yeah. Wait a minute, is this 60? How many weeks is it? I don't even know. It's hard for me to keep track of this shit because it's when you got bye weeks and shit like that, the numbers get all kind of fucked up. The Texans are 9-7, so that's 16. So it's week 17. Yeah, okay. It's week 17, and the Texans got all the way up to not next Sunday, but the Sunday after that before they got to go to Tennessee. That needs to be a tune-up game. That's not we just going to go in here and roll into the game. No, motherfucker, you need to go into Tennessee with the intent of blowing them the fuck out. Tennessee not finna be playing with you. They already done whoop your ass this season. You know what I'm saying? It's the end of the year. Them motherfuckers is playing for contracts and trying to get roster spots next year. You need to go into that game ready to fucking go. You need to be playing that Tennessee game like that's your fucking playoff game right there. Your first playoff game. Because if you go in there and get your ass whooped by Tennessee, you might as well just say, you know what? Who was next in line after this? Indianapolis? Who was the last person in the playoffs? You take our spot because we ain't finna do shit with it. You go play the goddamn 5 seed. We finna go sit down. Because at this point, I'm just, I'm like, okay, well, good. I can go hop online, hop on my little Hulu and cut off my live TV. So I don't have to pay $100 a month to watch the Texans get their ass whooped every goddamn Sunday. You know what I'm saying? That's my relief right there. 31-2. If that's how y'all gonna be playing, I mean, I could have did a whole lot with that $100 this month. You know what I'm saying? I could have done a whole lot with $100 this month. Going in the next month about to be the last month I pay anyway, because the Texans ain't going nowhere. Cut off that guy that next. I'll be good. The hell. They're on the way. You know, the Texans will be doing whatever they do until next fucking preseason or whatever. Then when the season start, I hop on Hulu, turn my live TV back on, and then I'll be paying that fucking $100 a month. You know what I'm saying? Well, actually, I got to debate whether I want to do that, because I might not have to do that. I do have CBS, Paramount. I do have Paramount Plus, but I don't know if I think they do that same shit. You know, you might not get to see like the home games and shit. I don't know. But I at least with, you know, the live TV on Hulu, I get to watch everything. And then I got fucking Amazon too. So, yeah. See, I got Amazon. Prime Video, baby. I mean, the games don't come in this box, but you know what the fuck it is. So I get to watch all the goddamn games. All I do is sit in this fucking house. So, during football season, at least, you know, you got a midweek game Thursday, which Thursday is just, why the game ain't on Friday? Explain that to me. If you're going to have an NFL game, I think this shit should have been on a Friday. It shouldn't have been on a Thursday. Thursday is just an odd ass fucking day to have a goddamn football game. At least have it Friday. Friday for a lot of people is still part of the weekend. Have it on fucking Friday. I see why you won't have it on Saturday, because that's college football day. But Friday, okay. Thursday, that's dumb. You know, you have midweek goddamn games when you do shit like Thanksgiving or Christmas Day game, which I guess it depends on what day Christmas falls on. If you're going to have a Christmas Day game, that'd be real fucked up if Christmas fall on like a Tuesday or some shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Have we had a Tuesday night goddamn game? I don't know. Maybe. Anyway, I'm finna get out of here. Rest my goddamn nerves. And I don't know what I'm going to do. These weird ass shits fuck off the goddamn gaming schedule. Because now ain't no more Thursday games. So I think we got Saturday games now. And then, yeah, you got Saturday games. I'm thinking we got some Saturday games coming up. And, of course, Sunday and Monday. And it's going to be just full of teams because I really only watch the Texans. And at this point, it don't do me much good to watch any other teams, because the Texans are where they're going to be in the playoffs. You know, who they going to play is, you know, between one or two teams. It's, you know, there's no surprise there. It ain't like I've been doing while I'm watching all these other games and shit, rooting for the NFC teams and to beat the AFC teams so the Texans can get a better seeding or some shit. That shit ain't for the... At this point, there's one game left in the season that don't even fucking matter. With the Texans, it don't. A lot of people still trying to get in, but for the Texans, it don't even fucking matter. So watching the other games have no importance to me. So football is going to be kind of dry. Yeah. Anyway, let me get out of here, man. I am hungry.